Oh my God, yep.
Are we going at 10, 9, 5, 4, 3.
Guys. Okay, so just got done with my Discover Strength workout. I do these twice a week. They are so intense, which is why I'm like having a hard time breathing a little bit because it was a really, really intense workout. But it is the most efficient thing I do all week. So I tell everyone the best bang for your buck for working out, period, is strength training. It's like everyone thinks they have to do traditional cardio. This is way better for you. So this is where I've been coming since November of 2007, which is insanity to me. And I became a natural professional bodybuilder just strength training here. And it's because if you watch me in my workout and you see how hard I go, everything is to total failure.
2 punch.
And it's one set of everything. You don't come back to the same exercise. So it's just, I'm all about efficiency. Obviously, it's the name of my business. So I love it because I can do this in a half an hour. When I was a lawyer, I would come here at 5:30 in the morning, be done working out by 6, and I could be on my way to my day. So it's super efficient for all my clients who are executive level, for anyone who has a really busy life, moms, dads, everyone. It's a really good workout. So I feel insane now, so good, and wide awake.
Okay. You can start off feeling deceptively light.
Okay. I just finished that workout at 8, so I worked out from 7:30 to 8. And today's Sunday, I'm taking my nephew to the Vikings game today. So my number one priority right now after I get done with my workout is to go home, feed the dogs, get some protein in my body. So we're gonna do that next. Heck no.
Get that far back.
Okay.
Stay fully flat. When you come over here,
Okay. Of course, the belt. Whew. Home sweet home. Okay, I'm in the middle of the leave project. Yeah, I got this one done. I was doing this one till like 9 o'clock last night. It drove me crazy and I just didn't have it in me. So I was doing this in the dark last night. You're gonna have 2 really excited golden retrievers to meet you guys. Okay, girls, are you ready? Okay. Stay in here. Come here, girls. Come here. Look at it. Come here. Here's a fun party trick. And I'll get into this at some point, but this is an offensive supplement counter. Okay, I don't take all of these things every day, but I have a lot of stuff. Watch. Have you ever seen anything like it from a golden retriever? Isn't that the coolest? I'll take her on a run for like 7-8 miles and she'll come back in the backyard and do this. It's nonstop. I feed them only raw meat. These are my 4th and 5th golden retrievers. And I had done a ton of research about dog food once I became a nutritional therapist. And the truth is that all dogs are not supposed to have this much cancer. You know how many different like purebreds? They die of cancer at the age of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's because dog food specifically, hi honey, oh thank you. Dog food specifically has more glyphosate and other toxins, there we go, see, this is what happens when you feed your dogs raw meat. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like we breed athletes in this house only. She's nuts. She'll do that all day. As you can see, the ingredients are beef, turkey, pork, salmon byproduct, beef, beef heart, beef tripe, turkey bone, beef liver, and beef kidney. And that's all they eat. So I feed them about 0.7 pounds. So it ends up, everyone's like, oh, isn't it expensive to feed raw meat? It's really not. I end up going up to Osseo where they have this place about once a month. And for 1 month of food, it ends up being, a little over a month ends up being about $300. And that's for 2 dogs. There you go. And they don't have any health issues whatsoever. So my first golden retriever had allergies. He had like a dog allergist. He was on prednisone. He was on Benadryl. I mean, it was crazy. He was on all this stuff and not once in his whole lifetime did it ever dawn on me, oh, maybe it's the food that he's eating. So I got smart by the time I got these guys. So Atlas died at 9, and then I had Aspen, she died at 13. I had Pistol, he had like a really weird freak heart attack at the age of 10 months, which was awful, like locked my home for a weekend and just cried. But then these 2, I transitioned Catch to raw at probably 6 months, and Belle's pretty much been on raw almost from birth. And as you can see, their health is like insane. I mean, you got a ton of energy, don't you? Don't you? There's no more. No, we're not going on the counter. Hey. Only people with thumbs can go on the counter. You know that. We're the Blantourage, right? The Blantourage. Yeah, so they're my only kids, but at least they have my hair. Okay. The main thing that I do every time I get home from Discover Strength is figure out how am I going to get protein. So when I thawed the girls' food last night, I also thawed 2 pounds of pasture-raised regenerative agriculture meat. No, you can't have that meat. This is mama's. This is all a regenerative agricultural farm that's doing sustainable practices and rehabbing the earth. And then they also do, so that's their beef. And then they also have pasture chicken. So I haven't cooked this stuff yet, but I probably will later this morning so that I have stuff in the fridge to eat. I always like to have cooked meat in the fridge. I have a rotisserie chicken, but I think right now I'm gonna do a protein shake because I love my protein shake. This is called my peanut butter and jelly protein shake. And I actually have always made it with vanilla protein powder, but my favorite protein powder brand, Equip, just came out with a peanut butter. So I've been using peanut butter protein. Grass-fed beef, so it's grass-fed, so it's super high quality, but this is beef isolate. I used to eat whey protein like it was my job. I probably, honestly, if I'm really honest, I bet I had whey protein every single day for over 5 years. So what happened is my body stopped liking it. And I did a food sensitivity test that told me that whey just is not agreeing with my system digestively. I was creating a bunch of antibodies for it. So I had to do some research to figure out, okay, what protein am I going to use for muscle building if not whey? And I'm so glad they started making grass-fed beef isolate because the reality is this stuff is more high quality. And the protein in it, the amino acid profile, is more bioavailable. So the only thing in this protein is grass-fed beef, salt, vanilla extract, peanuts, and peanut flour. They've got a little acacia fiber as well, but it's super clean. And so I use these 2 things. I also use organic berries, and then I'm gonna use peanut butter, which I've got in here. A little bit of that left. Perfect. So I'm gonna do coconut milk and water. So this is the other thing. Everything I do is efficient. So I weigh and measure everything that goes into my body, which I know sounds slightly psycho, I'm aware, but I just have a lot of precision. So this is what I tell clients all the time. Like, if I say put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in your protein shake, don't waste your time taking out a tablespoon and measuring out 2 tablespoons. Put this thing on the food scale, set it to 0, and put it to grams, okay? Then put the number of grams that's 2 tablespoons. So that's what I do. So like 140 grams of berries. So there's the berries. And then all I have to do is reset it. So set it to 0. And I always like to use 36 grams of this because it ends up being the right amount of protein in my shake. Perfect. 36, 37, close enough. 1 scoop of the collagen. So I just always restart it to 0. Oops. So a lot of people say, oh my gosh, you eat peanut butter? I thought peanut butter was so full of like mold or it's bad for you or everyone's allergic to it. If you have really good gut health, you should be less sensitive to things. The more complex the state of your gut health, the more sensitive you're going to be to different things. So peanut butter has never been a problem for me, and I always buy organic. So then I just do about 32 grams of peanut butter. I go back and forth between almond and coconut milk, but I buy this one specifically because it's unsweetened and it has no guar. Most of the canned and boxed milks on the market have some form of gums. So guar is a gum. So it's like guar gum, locust bean gum, gellan gum, and all those things destroy your gut. So I purposely get the ones that don't have anything in it. This is literally just coconut and filtered water. But I'm just gonna do 60. But my whole point for the liquid is to go up to 120. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm gonna add ice. And I don't measure the ice. Smush it down a bunch. Do it again. So the whole thing about why I put all these ingredients together is I tell all my clients, and this is how I eat. I want everyone to prioritize protein, fill in with fat, and carefully add carbs. So the protein in this meal, of course, is the protein powder and the collagen. The filling in with fat is both coconut milk and the peanut butter. And then the carefully adding carbs is the berries. So when you prioritize protein, fill in with fat, and carefully add carbs, what you do is you create this stable blood sugar situation so that you're not riding this blood sugar roller coaster all day. If I was to just have berries or just have like the total basic American breakfast, like a bagel and something, or like cereal or some sort of latte with a bunch of sugar in it, I'm like riding the roller coaster, and then I'm going to be doing this all day. And when you get down to the bottom of the roller coaster, this is where you get hangry, where you get irritable, where you're like, lay off me, I'm starving, like get away, I have to eat something. So when you eat like this, protein, fat, and carbs, that doesn't happen to you, okay? You literally, I tell everyone, you can have the same energy at 8 a.m. that you do at 2 p.m. that you do at 8 p.m. And it's steady energy throughout the day, but it requires putting stuff like this in a blender at the same time. Okay, we're almost done. All right, so here's why I love this, because it's so thick. It has a peanut butter and jelly flavor between the peanut butter and the berries. Yeah, this just tastes so good. I'm just obsessed with it. Okay, and here's the other amazing hack that I started adding recently. So this is like my favorite salt on the planet. I know that sounds so weird, but it's, you know, like the salty sweet thing? When you have salt and sweet together, it's so good. And look how thick it is. See? Very good.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10. It's probably a 12 out of 10. If I do say so, I mean, I'm the cook, so I can give it a 12. This is what they do all the time. I'll take them to a dog park and they just do that. So I'm like, why do we even go to a dog park? You don't even play with any other dogs. Let me just put you in the backyard. I always like to walk after a meal. So one of the best ways that you can reduce your blood sugar is to walk for like 20 minutes after you have a meal. So even though I ate a meal that was like total blood sugar balance, I still like to take the girls out, and it's Sunday and it's a gorgeous day and we're gonna get outside. So let's go. Right? You wanna go squirrel hunting? Should we go squirrel hunting? Let's go. So today, because it's like 9:40 in the morning, I'm just thinking through the fact that I've got to meet my sister and my nephew because I'm taking my nephew to the Vikings game today. Do you guys want to go see your friend? Should we go see him? Is that your friend? Oh, they're like, no, we want treats. Is this your friend? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
We have both, we can make some up.
They are day brighteners and they love getting their treats here. Don't you? Just wait. Apparently so. Hey, girls. Girls. Okay, guys, so thanks for joining me on this awesome Sunday morning. It's one of my favorite ways to spend my Sunday, working out, protein shake, dogs, and now I'm gonna head to the Vikings game, so we're getting done with our walk. Thanks. I'll see you next time.